What's up guys, I'm Johnny and this is Fit for Racing.
1, 2, 3, listen.
This video is a get to know us video. This is the first in the series, so it's good for you to know where we're coming from, how we were founded, what we do with our athletes, and have a look at the gym. I'm Jonny Thompson. I have been running a CrossFit gym, CrossFit Cumbria, for some years now, nearly 6 years, and a couple of years ago, a well-known guy, Johnny Walker, came to me and asked if he could be trained. He had finished his hard enduro season and he was training for his super enduro, and he needed to change it up and get fit and strong for shorter, more intense rides. He did a couple of weeks with me and then committed to a full off season. He was impressed with what we did with him, and so that was it. We did some one-on-ones. We worked on his strength, his coordination, his power output, and his general capacity. And during that time, he told all his friends how much he enjoyed it and tried to encourage them to come down. People like Adam Brayton and Brad Anderson, they were the first two to join him. And then later on, we got Jamie Law and Brad Todd, Ross Neville. So you might see all of those guys on previous videos or pictures, any of our publications and stuff. We've trained them all. Some of them are still here. Johnny's training and living in Spain at the moment, having fun with his girlfriend and all his dogs, or single dog, lots of dogs on Instagram, I don't know. Adam Brayton, he's going to be here for the whole of the off season. I expect that Ando's going to come back, so you're going to see a bit of Ando during the off season this year. He's had a cracking season. Brad Todd, he's doing really well. He's going to come for the off season. Jamie Law as well. So all the guys that you've seen on Instagram, they're all going to be here, and maybe, who knows, some other guys. So stay tuned and see what we do with our future athletes. So Fit for Racing was founded because, like I said, I ran a CrossFit gym. I still do run a CrossFit gym. That's on the side now. That's self-managing, so that's really good. I still enjoy coaching classes because, you know, that's my jam. I like doing that. So that's great for me to have this on the side. Now, the other guys that were coming in, they weren't doing CrossFit classes. Now, CrossFit is a great program for the general population, for people that want general fitness, to move better, to live better, to live longer. Now, the extreme bike sports athletes that we've been seeing through, you know, we do elements of CrossFit with them. However, they don't fit the mold of CrossFit exactly. So we created the brand Fit for Racing to separate from CrossFit a little bit, because what we do with them is very specific for their sport. So we do a lot of things that will reflect perfectly on the bike, handling skills, capacity and time domains that are reflected on in their races and their training on the bike to help them perform. What we found was to have a periodized program over the off season. So we'll start with strength when they're not racing. It's not going to be detrimental. Their capacity can take a little back step. So then we can add the capacity, the speed, the strength and the power towards the start of the next season, and it all builds in well, so that at the end they're basically performing better than the end of their previous season. And I mean, that's my job, is that I make these athletes fitter, stronger and more capable on their bikes, specifically for race season. We've been working with guys. Jamie Law was a prime example. He came in, he'd been doing a lot of fitness previous to coming to us, circuit type stuff. He's a very cardiovascularly fit guy and reasonably strong as well. But he'd never combined the two in workouts. So where you would potentially do a very heavy back squat and let's say some running. So this is real basic stuff. So he would maybe do a run, come in, do some back squats, and it would absolutely destroy him. Now that metabolically is more similar to riding a bike than separating them. So to do the back squats in a single session, and then later on that day, or even with a little rest, and at the end of that session do a run, to have them separate isn't the same metabolically as when you combine them and say do 10 back squats, 400 meter run, 5 rounds. And you can see the difference, you know, when you're gassing out and then you're forced into a position where you have to use your strength. I mean, not to a detriment of form, obviously, that you're forced into a position where you have to use your strength and your core stability. I mean, this is reflecting on their performance on the bike. So it's very, very similar, some of the stuff that we do, rotational strength, single leg stuff, power generation, cardiovascular, obviously, arm pump reduction techniques with grips and holds, and basically overall fitness. This is very specific for riding bikes. CrossFit is fantastic for a mental edge, to put you in positions of being uncomfortable, not just for the workouts to be very good on your physical ability and your metabolic conditioning, but mentally as well. So we have guys that have come in here and they've gone out after a few months and they get back on their bike and they're literally ready to crush it because they felt in here like the depths of despair during a workout and know that the only way to finish is to continue, and they make that decision in their mind. And this is creating very gritty and very determined, positive athletes. Now, following our programs or coming into our gym, you'll understand that our ethos is that you can't bottle out of a workout. You can't stop when you're physically capable of going on. So it's a mind over body, mind over matter situation, where that really reflects mentally on the races, and these guys doing really well in their race season. In the future, we're going to be doing technique videos, particularly on things like squats. It's really important that your squat technique is nailed down. I'll always give the advice, if you can find a professional to have hands-on coaching, then find them on technique for sure. It's a good call to nail down your technique before you do anything heavy or extreme. Some of the stuff that you see here may seem extreme, but I'm positive that these guys are capable and I never put them in a jeopardizing position. It may seem often as well that our intensity workouts, which is a real crucial part to our programming, that seems very extreme and it seems like a mismatch of lots of things. Now it is, and sometimes it's literally a workout to test your mental capacity, your ability to push through a pain barrier. Now, the movements that we choose for that aren't necessarily ones that are going to break your muscles down. So things like assault bikes is a crucial part to our training. So the intensity there, you can absolutely rip an assault bike. So this is like an air-powered hand and foot cycle. You can go hard as fuck on that, and you know that if your form breaks down, then you're not in a compromising position. Now, intensity, variation, and weight-bearing exercise, all these things that form our program, really crucial to understand why to do it, when to do it, how to do it. And during these videos in the future, we'll be showing you exactly that.